Guys, put your hands together for the very talented Mr. John Grimes. Fancy.
All right. Clap for everybody else you've seen tonight. They're great, right? All my friends. Well, work friends, but I guess still friends, kind of. You're gonna have to excuse my cotton mouth. I blew a guy named Cotton on the way here. Yeah, this is a cool place. I've been here one other time for an open mic, and I survived somehow, so I came back. Didn't know Walter White had a second lab in Wilmington. Guess he does. I dressed up, as Tennille mentioned, not for you slobs, but because earlier tonight I chaperoned a high school dance. That's what you do when you're my age. You get roped into shit like that. It's actually not that bad. It was pretty fun, especially since I'm not a teacher and I don't have kids. It was a good time. Yeah, I'm John Grimes, as you heard. Caucasian male, age 35 to 45. You know, in case you're like part of the government now, I would like you to keep those things in mind. Or if you're a casting director, I can play a lot of different shit, mostly angry drunk cops, but can do a lot of different acting shit. Like right now I'm acting, no. No, anyways. I grew up poor. Did anybody else grow up poor? All right, rest you rich kids, fuck you. Jealous much? Yeah, I was pretty poor. I don't like to make my parents feel too bad about how poor we were. That would first of all require talking to them, but also, it wasn't that bad. We would like watch shows like Roseanne and be like, someday we can achieve this if we all work together, cut back on the scratch-off tickets and cigs. I had to ask my neighbor if I could have his old sneakers to play basketball, and my mom had money for cigs. I'm like, come on, that's poor people 101. At least smoke weed. I mean, cigs do nothing. I don't know if any of you guys like smoking, but you should smoke drugs, not tobacco. Tobacco is pointless. I think meth is honestly probably healthier than cigarettes. At least you get shit done. Imagine being able to stay up for 3 days. You're like, at the end of day 2, you're like, I have nothing but free time left. I've accomplished every life goal I have in 48 hours with this fucking meth I bought on Castle Street in a bar, sort of. Yeah, this place is cool, man. I like it. I like Castle Street. I like Wilmington. Just kidding, I hate it. I don't so much hate it as I hate that I am stuck in it. I married someone good, and she accidentally like made a lot of money, so now I can't afford to leave. It really stinks. And between her money and comedy gigs like this, you can imagine how well things are going. They're going pretty well. I don't think I'm a bad person. I'm not a good person, but I'm bad, but not in like the really bad ways. Like, I wouldn't want my porn searches broadcast on this wall, but I wouldn't go to jail if they were, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a safe pervert, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't beat up my wife physically. We have an emotional game of chess we play. She's the queen, and I'm the pawn that dies on the first move. That is the chess match of marriage. It's not bad. I don't know if any of you guys are married. If you're not, you're probably just not marriage material. That's fine. You can focus on other things in life, smoke some meth, and clean your house. You're gonna be doing that if you're married anyway. You might as well, you know, have a bachelor pad about it, or a lady pad. Oh, pause. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Like I said, cotton mouth. Not from weed. I get too nervous before shows this big if I'm high. I was in the Army. Anyone else do military shit besides Parker Pearson, who isn't clapping because he's a dick? Yeah, I fell for that shit too. It's because I was poor. I was like, I gotta escape. I gotta escape the white people projects known as Ekstrom's Trailer Park in Greenville, PA. Get the fuck out of here and go someplace awesome like Wilmington. No, not Wilmington, Delaware, the less famous Wilmington. Yeah, that's where I want to go. It's cool, you guys are cool. I wasn't good at the Army, as I'm sure you could tell from me being out here for 30 seconds. I did stand out in one way, however. They actually sent me on a special assignment. I was so good at it. It was called anger. They sent me to anger management in the Army. Now, I don't know, friends, if you're familiar with the recruiting process for the United States military, but it's basically if you bomb enough people, you might live and go to college. That was my motivation for joining. I gotta go to college, waste. Some of you look college age, I'm not talking about you, but if you're going to college, you're fucking screwed. You're screwed. Here's the first reason you're screwed if you go to college. I'm a professor. So you're gonna be basically hearing this, but more swearing and more anger. I hate the fucking students. I hate them. Even the smart ones. I hate them more. No, they're fine. I like to say I learn as much from my students as they learn from me, but that's a lie because I already know how to read. And even the ones who know how just won't. They're like, yeah, okay, great. I'm on red note, learning why China's better than America right now. Ooh, sorry, Patriots. Little TikTok joke. I don't want to go too far and insult your fucking TikTok. Yeah, I was angry in the Army. I didn't even do anything. I was a fucking paralegal. My brother was like in Afghanistan emailing me like, hey man, I'm alive, it's war. I'm like, fuck you man, I had to work past 5, the Army's hell. And he's like, yeah, I guess. Nothing's changed since we were 12, awesome. Yeah. Bought a house recently. That was an achievement. Yeah, you look like you have a house and grew up in a nice one. Bet your parents are nice. Must be good. That's why I'm here and you're there with all these nice, clean people. I showered yesterday. You don't have to shower every day. I mean, it's winter. Bought a house. I think it's funny that they lend you money for 30 years, like I'm gonna be alive in 3. I'm like, come on man, 30 years to pay this back? You guys will get your money the day after the student loan people, I promise. I promise, the check's already written for the year 2053. If I'm alive in 2053, and I don't have enough money to pay that house off, oh, I'm gonna still be doing comedy on Castle Street. A lot more, like every night. Depending on how much that guy pays. Speaking of which, thank you for coming tonight, seriously. You came out, you left your house, spent some money to hear 5 adult children tell you about shit. It's cool, we appreciate it a lot. Comedy's fun. Wasn't always my first dream, I had many dreams before comedy. One was rap. And I didn't quit because white or any shit like that. I quit because old. Who the fuck wants to hear a dude with a white beard like, bitches be out here doing better than me, fuck! The whole album is just like, oh man, I never had Jordans as a kid. Now I'm sad. Yeah, rapping. I was rapping for Christ also. I wasn't just a regular MC. I wanted the Lord to feel my spirit echoing back between us like a rap duo like Kid and Play. For those of you under 40, that was a rap duo. They were better in movies. They have a movie called House Party, I think you could watch. Anyway, I don't care what you do outside of this. Unless you guys want to smoke weed after this, I'll be right back there by a black Audi, not to brag, and I'll be ready. Man, oh man, what a fucking world. So then I didn't make it in rapping. Spoiler. And then I shifted my focus. I like comedy, but I'm like, I need to do comedy so I can get used to being in front of people for my real dream. Starting a cult. I would be the best cult leader. The best. All of our drugs would be organic. Organic Xanax, organic weed, organic Oxy. I wouldn't fuck anybody's wife unless they were out of town. Like, I'm a generous, ethical cult leader. Yes, I'm gonna ply people with drugs and take all their money, but I'm gonna do good shit with it. For myself, good shit for myself with the money. Cults are easy. Listen, who's the most famous cult leader of all time that you guys can think of? Anyone shout one out? Jim Jones, Manson, How about, Jesus? You guys ever heard of this guy? Been around for about 2,025 years now? If he can do it, Grimes can do it. Now follow me. Granted, I can't turn water into wine, but I can turn weed into dessert. I think that's pretty good. He was like basically a magician, a comedian. Hello, fuck magic. Magic. Here's some magic, Nepo baby. You only got that job because of your dad. I hate to tell you, Jesus. But if my dad was God, I'd probably have more than 12 followers. He was a better hang, though. Being a cult leader would be sick. I gotta get out of here, though. I gotta get out of the big city and go to, like, Burgaw. Why do they pronounce every fucking name of towns different down here? Like, we're gonna spell it how regular reading people spell it, then we're gonna say it weird. It gets super fucking weird if you say it wrong. It's like, you motherfuckers wait all day for somebody to say top sail. No one cares. No one knows what the fuck it is. It ain't shallot, it's shallot. Fuck you! Don't go there, it's pointless. I went for an hour. I got heckled by a schizophrenic who I thought was gonna stab me, and then he gave me an oatmeal cookie from home. Don't go there. Shallot, shithole, that's what it's called. Wattville, Whiteville, Wetville, Fuckville. It's called Whiteville because you racist honkies didn't want any black people living there. We know how towns get names. Crackers, it's Wattville. No, you just don't want people to call it Whiteyville. There's probably already 40 of those in North Carolina anyway. Topsail. It's a fuck up. That makes me say topsail even harder. Sometimes I get upset. Sorry for yelling. Yeah, suburbs are rough when you're a badass motherfucker like me. People see me coming, tank top, black sunglasses, matching cardigans with my 24-pound dog. They don't know what to do with Grimes out there. Like, they want to call the cops. They're like, is he a cop? He kind of looks like a cop whose badge got taken away. I don't know if he might have some connections down there. We probably should just let him go. I get fined for my HOA a lot, of course, for grass, smoking. Neighbors complain they're old. You're allowed to smoke weed, I'm just kidding. My grass was too high because my wife and I get into what we call Caucasian standoffs. It's like a Mexican standoff, except instead of using guns, we just want to shoot each other. And it's over chores, right? Like, it's like, I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. And then I do it because I remember very quickly that my entire life is possible because this woman wears scrubs every day. The least I can do is wash them and put them away in my 19 hours of free time a day. I don't know if you know how hard comedy is, but this shit takes me at least 10 minutes a day to do, to get ready for it. At least. I mean, I was out there pacing, considering leaving and quitting comedy, just driving away, like, She'll figure it out. She knows how to get home. It's her Audi. What do you think? I'm gonna take it? My car is driven by Jesus. I let him take the wheel. That is one thing Jesus is better at me than driving. I guarantee he does not have an alcohol and a weed DUI. He probably has me there. God, a weed DUI. Guess where? Wrightsville Beach. Or is it Ritzville? I don't want to fucking say it wrong. At Whitesville Beach, I got arrested. At Rich White Beach, I got arrested for having 6 grams of weed. I went to court for 18 months for 6 grams of fucking weed. Now, why did that happen? Because I almost swerved and hit a police SUV. Not my fault. I didn't know the weed was that fucking strong. I didn't even pay that much for it. Got me out here driving like a fuck. It's kind of scary getting arrested, except I'm a fucking smartass and I don't know like when not to be because I'm white and I don't have to respect cops. And so I'm always like, he's like, when was the last time you smoked marijuana, Mr. Grimes? I was like, I don't know. Meanwhile, there's like smoke coming out of the vehicle. I'm just like, I don't know, and I like won't look at him, and I'm just like, he makes me do this shit, A, B, Z, X, Y, and I'm like, I can't do the alphabet hardly forwards like until about 2 p.m. when my brain kicks in. How am I gonna do it backwards high as fuck? And then I was like, can I look this way? The sun's in my eyes. I had to tell a cop, what a bitch. The sun's in my eyes? That was the best thing I could think to say to this fuckface? About, fuck you, man. Free Luigi. No, the sun's in my eyes. That was the last time I got arrested. So far. Me and my wife take a lot of vacations, drivable vacations to mid-Atlantic cities being gentrified. Kind of like this place. This used to be a DEI neighborhood, didn't it? No, it's too soon. You guys voted for the fucker, not me. I hope you get everything you voted for. What was I saying? DEI? Were you following this at all? What was I saying? Ah! Just kidding. I like to see what people say when I pretend to forget. Because then they're like, this guy stinks. Oh no, he doesn't. He was kidding. Oh. And you go home and you're like, we saw the funniest comedian ever tonight. All right, so anyway, we go to these vacations and sometimes Baltimore, again, don't mean to brag, sometimes Richmond, Virginia. That one was actually pretty fun. Went to Richmond and we went to a free museum because after 15 years together, you guys will know this soon, you'll be completely out of ideas and you'll just be like, let's go look at each other mean a few hundred miles away and see if it feels better. Let's go resent each other up north and look at the leaves. So we go to Richmond and I'm like, we're in this museum, it's pretty cool, I'm, you know, high class elite. And so we're looking at paintings and shit and I'm like, I come up to one, it's right here. Pablo motherfucking Picasso. Picasso. I could like touch it. I got this close to it and then I was like, if that thing comes off and I get arrested again, that's 3 strikes. I cannot be getting arrested for Pablo. But it got me thinking about shit like how much your name can help you when you're famous, right? Like there's now people with interesting names who have been famous so long that people are being named after them. So like next time you go to the fucking rental car place at the one terminal in the airport here, you might see a guy named Shaquille. This motherfucker might be renting you a goddamn Nissan Altima with low mileage. Like, he ain't regular Shaquille, he ain't dunking on people, he's dunking on you because your reservation doesn't count. Like, or what a Beyonce, right? What a pretty name. She would be a fucking loser if her name was something like Kelly or Michelle. Loser. see Pablo Picasso, you're like, what if Pablo Picasso's name was Frank and he was just like an office temp and he was always giving you out flyers every day, like, come see my art show, you guys, I promise this one's really good, it's like a bunch of blue squares and shit. And they're like, Frank, fuck off, man, we're not coming to your fucking art show. Like, it's at the rec center, it's free, you stink. And no, you can't come with us to Buffalo Wild Wings after. You already ruined happy hour last week with your fucking scribbling trying to hook up with the waitress with the napkin. Nobody wants your art, Frank. Then he's like, all right, bitches, going to the fucking Social Security office, name change form, Pablo, $1,000, painting worth $100 million. You never are gonna walk past a fucking art plaque, because most of you will never step foot in a museum, but even if you do, it's not gonna say Frank Picasso, I promise you that. Your waitress at Chili's next Mother's Day with your mom is not gonna be named Beyonce. Most likely Michelle or Kelly. Ask for an autograph, they used to be famous. They are not survivors, as the song would say. God damn, even that song is 20 fucking years old. All my references are older than you fuckers. God, I suck. I'm so old. I was supposed to be like retired from the Pittsburgh Pirates by now. Having like my 8th kid with Jennifer Love Hewitt. That is what I was supposed to be doing. Or Zoe Deschanel, or fucking somebody. Not my regular wife who fucking loves me like an idiot. Oh, I love you. Smart. So, any of you guys work at Novant? Good, I'm about to talk a slew of shit about those fucks. Anyone ever stayed in the hospital more than like a couple nighs? Not you, Tuna. Go back! Go back! Raise your fucking hand. I thought it was a real person. I was in there for 6 weeks. Just for reference, boot camp, 8 weeks. So I like almost could have done that shit. 6 weeks, I didn't move, which isn't that much different than now, but man, it sucked. I was in there for a viral infection, and it spread to a bunch of organs, and I'll save you the trouble, it hurt. But I realized in there that Novant, they were recently bought by like whoever, some rich fucker who buys shit and ruin it. And they had a marketing meeting and I happened to be overhearing it because again, I couldn't move other than to press this to get more heroin, which was great. And then I heard, oh, we got a new marketing slogan. It's called Remarkable. Not how I would describe my stay at Novant. I guess the one remarkable part was the light to medium opioid addiction I had developed. That was remarkable. Remarkably good, actually. I don't know if you guys are into heroin, but it's pretty good. Especially when it's like legal and being administered by a doctor, and every 4 hours you ding, ding, ding. Oh man. Morphine's pretty good too. And I used to time them out so I could be stoned when my dinner came. It was pretty fun. Like, I'm gonna need 2 fentanyls and a morphine, and this fucking baked pizza is gonna be delicious. God, the hospital sucks, man. It was like jail. Like, jail and school are so similar. Jail, school, hospital. They all have the same lunch trays, the same menu, the same shitty fucking cinder block wall painted whatever color, probably gray or white, just be extra depressing. Like, can we paint this blue? Fuck no, fuck them, cry, white paint only. Don't touch it. So similar to jail. And I'm like fucking Shawshank in there, carving the days in with my doll spoon for my applesauce, like, get me out of here, man. And you realize how quickly, like in there, everyone's kissing your ass. Oh, Mr. Grimes, would you like a warm blanket? Would you like a fucking sponge bath from 2 women who'd never speak to you outside of here? Would you like fucking anything, bro? More Nutter Butters, anything. And then you step foot outside. The first day I drove, I'm in line at Circle K. Hurry the fuck up, man! I'm like, oh yeah, people don't care out here. Can I go back in there? It's remarkable how little people care out here. Call back. Thank you for listening and helping the show. Yeah, fuck the hospital, man. It's crazy. I have a corporate gig coming up. That's what idiots say when they mean show. And it's at Novant. Boy, oh boy, I might have to bite my tongue on that one. I will be wearing a Free Luigi t-shirt. I know that. And I will never mention it. I'll just, I don't know, it's the only shirt clean, like I wash my clothes. All right. Anyone in here like true crime? I knew it. There's always one or two. It's really insane to like that. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's this stuff called TV and movies where there's murder, but the people don't really die. They like get to take off their actor makeup and go home. So you're not in your bed like, all right, it's Friday night. I went to an awesome comedy show. I'm sick of this fucker over here. I need to flick my bean. What can I listen to? Music? No. Seinfeld? No. Mother of three commits triple homicide, drives into lake. Oh! Jackpot! Fuckers get horny over murder. You say men are bad. I guess that's why you listen to all this true crime to fucking kill us. It's working. Psychos are getting too smart. You can't just bury any old swamp and shallot. You gotta fucking scrub DNA and all that. You gotta know how. You gotta listen to the experts. And really, if you think about it, true crime is just Joe Rogan for women. That's all it is. Hours a day, they want this content, they want advice. Rogan's advice: eat elk that you kill on horseback. Fucking make your bed, I don't know. Get really rich and change your entire worldview and turn into an asshole. I don't know, whatever Rogan's into. But true crime fans are like, I don't need that info. I just need you dead. I really just need you dead. And I need to masturbate to this content when you're gone. The horniness, I guess, is what interests me. Murder's pretty cool, especially if you get away with it well enough to get a show about it. But man, shit makes you horny, huh? I guess that. Hey, to each their own. Like I said, I wouldn't want any of you seeing what makes me horny, but I wouldn't go to jail for it. Like murder, you creeps! All right. I guess I'm passionate about that shit, and you guys aren't. I'm not sorry. So much content, so many lies. Here's a few lists of things that you guys cannot worry about in 2025, all right? Hydration, over, bullshit lie. Hydration, really? I see some people my age in here. You never touched a fucking bottle of water in your goddamn childhood. Not one time. If I drank water as a kid, it was out of the hose in the summer. Because I probably had heat stroke. That's the limit it has to get to when you're white trash to drink water. You will drink Mountain Dew until your piss is Mountain Dew. And the doctor's like, you need 1 glass of water. No, you fucking liberal bitch, I ain't drinking no water. Hydration, fake. So fake. Hydration was invented by big water corporations to fuck us. And also anorexics so they can stay full on water and be like, why are you eating so much? Because I don't drink water, it's fake. If you want to take a shit right now, where are you going to take it? Water, that's why it's disgusting. Recycling, fake. Oh, we care about the environment here in Wilmington, Delaware, and Topsail Beach. Shh! Talking up here, man. Take your recycling containers of topsoil and shove them up your ass. It's fake. You really think, you've been to the DMV, some of you have probably been in court, government shit, right? How fucking dumb are the people? You really think they're gonna be out in a garbage dump like, oh no, this number 6 plastic isn't rinsed out. Oh, we can't recycle it. Give me a fucking break. It goes into an incinerator with all of our hopes and dreams. It's over, don't fucking recycle. Recycling and bottled water industries are pounding us, taking up all our time. And even if we did recycle, let's say everybody in here lived to be 1,000. We recycle everything we touch. That might offset Taylor Swift's private jet idling for about 3 minutes. Maybe. They're laughing, they're flying out. Yeah, keep recycling, fucker. I'm gonna drop a frozen ball of shit on your heads now from my private jet. Drink water. As I drink water. This isn't water, it's vodka. Fucking hardcore. Therapy fake. I've been in therapy for 15 years. This fucking shit seems like it's worked at all. No. If anything, it's made me worse. Like I didn't think about myself enough before doing this. Every thought I have is genius. I'm gonna make all these strangers laugh. And then they have to tell me why that's delusional, and I don't like it. I don't like hearing that. Doctor. A therapist is a doctor who sucked at fucking medical school. That is what a therapist is. It's like a fucking podiatrist. You think you can be a surgeon? No, you're dumb. Go look at feet and dicks and balls and hairy ass cracks. You don't want to do that? Go talk to fuckers about being poor and how they're so sad because their mommy loved them but not enough. Not that anyone's ever said that to me. I'm talking about other people. It's bullshit. So many lies. I guess I fell for all this shit. I recycled, I drank the water, I drank the Kool-Aid. But maybe it would have helped if we weren't all lied to our whole lives. Like, I have a lot of friends who have kids, and I keep track of it because much like Annie, I'm waiting out a couple marriages. And so I get to know these little fuckers or my nieces, and I don't talk to my nieces because they're all rich and like way better than me, but my nephews, I tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Like, hey man, I know that your mom and dad are trying to scare you. Tell you that if you're bad, you don't get any Christmas presents. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Santa's fake. Actually, he's dead. He's not even fake. He's dead. But you know who's alive? Uncle Grimes. You know what he'll get you? Whatever the fuck you want. How about a drum set? Because your dad's a fucker. So I'm gonna get you a shitload of Wu-Tang albums to play super loud. That's right, Wu-Tang Clan. Not much to fuck with. I don't know if you've heard about that. Uncle Grimes will get those little freaks anything after I tell them Santa's dead. It's one of those positivity sandwich criticism things from work. You say a nice thing, a mean thing, and a nice thing. Like, Santa's dead, I'll spoil you, your parents suck. Okay, great. How about this one? If you work hard and you're a good person, you set your mind to it, you can be anything you want. Anything? Can I headline shows at Castle Street in a hidden bar? Yes, you can. Can I be president? No, because it's bullshit, Mom. Can't be anything. You want to be anything when you grow up? You want that? You want the key to that? Be born with a rich person's last name. That is how you get to be whatever you want in this life. Or have this hair. You can't have it all. You need to follow the John Grimes 3 steps for success. Hilarious. It's 3 H's if you want to write it down. I'll wait for you to get your phone out real quick. 3 H's. Hilarious, obviously. Hero. I'm a hero. I was in the army as mentioned. Hair. Have hair. That's all you need in life. Be tall and white and have hair and talk really loud. In 10 years, I'll be president. And the plane crashes will be my fault.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'm damaged. Yeah. Man, oh man. I travel a lot for this. And sometimes I stay in hotels. Not to brag, they cost up to about $119. I think that's my budget now. I think I'm 100-air. I can spend like $300 without even asking. So don't worry about my life. Worry about your relationship. And when I'm in hotels alone, of course, I'm like thinking about all my heroes who have sadly passed on probably to hell in hotel rooms. It makes me very sad. Like Anthony Bourdain, loved him. Bill from Kill Bill, he was pretty cool. Who else? The guy from NXS, pretty decent 80s band. They all died from autoerotic asphyxiation. Again, if you're not a light to medium pervert like me, you might not know what that is, but it's when you put a belt around your neck, hang it from something, and you start furiously masturbating until you either die or jizz. I guess if you did both at once, ideally, I think that's the win-win that most people are looking for. I'm like, man, that's a pretty gnarly way to go, but I probably still will die in a hotel. Just the odds are, I stay in them a lot. But I don't want to autoerotic. I don't want to go all that. First of all, I only have one belt. I can't really afford to ruin it. Also, that's just, I don't know. I don't really love myself enough for the last thing I do to be sexual pleasure. The last thing I do will eat a piece of cheesecake and die of a heart attack. Just better than sex anyway, right? I mean, have you ever had like really good cheesecake? Anyway. Segue. This goes with the story. I know I kind of forgot to mention, but I like to do this thing where the last day that you use a towel, I use a towel for like 2 to 3 showers, and the last day I like to honk up one of my legs like so, get my floss on. God damn, it feels so good doing that shit. It feels good. Do it all the time. So that's probably how they're gonna find me in some fucking hotel. They're gonna be like, no forced entry, no blood really, no gun, surprise. This guy appears to just have died with a huge smile on his face and a towel way up his ass. All right, guys, I'm John Grimes, thanks.